What's up, guys? Max here. Good morning, and it is happy Sundays. I wake up to this increased milestones that Kabam did. Man, this is getting a little controversial. It's always, man. This is exciting because there's so many sides to this Banquet event already. Okay, let's start it off, man. I can't believe that. First of all, I still can't believe, but I'm easing into the idea. Yeah, this is true. We are opening a lot of crystals. There's a lot of arguments. There's already a ton of a community saying like the SBC sucks, which is true. The SBC sucks. We actually, if you go to the forums right here, you have 41 pages of people all agreeing that the SBC sucks. The Banquet sucks. It's going bad. There's no way the Banquet is good. Okay. The milestones say otherwise. The milestones, us being at 4.3 billion points, and we're gonna hit this probably by the end of the day, 4.4 billion points, say otherwise. Yes, there's gonna be a lot of freebies, because today as I'm waking up, I saw a crystal that I got for free on the SBC as a milestone, so we're gonna open that as well. And you know, those are the free points we're getting towards the event too as well, because I've been adding points from just freebies, and so those are being added to this too as well, thinking about that as well. But Kabam went ahead and increased the milestones. Now, here's the thing. I have two simple thoughts. They're being greedy or they're helping the community. And what I mean the community, I mean the players that are still participating in this event. So there's still apparently like the event, just because the event is 2 weeks long and we're halfway through and you might be done with opening SBCs, your friends might be done, your alliance friends might be done opening SBCs. That doesn't mean that the entire community around MCOC, the world, is done opening SBCs. It looks like, yes, the SBCs suck. I think we all agree on the fact that the SBC sucks. But are they addicting? Are they fun? Is there something that I are not seeing that people are still doing it? Because people are still doing it. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of brackets. This is good to know. This is something really good for Kabam to realize. Good data for them, guys, because there's gonna be players that are still haven't bought offers on the web store, on in game, and are looking at this and are like, you know, maybe it takes them a day, 2, 4, 5 to convince themselves on buying the offer. They buy the offer, they get units, they get SBCs. Those are going towards it. You know, there's players that are still haven't participated in opening all their SBCs, wanting to do a big opening. They're opening SBCs. Boom, it goes to it. There's players that are like me, sitting on thousands of units and are not convinced on the SBC, but maybe something happens, a change of heart. They open those SBCs, convert those units to SBCs. Boom, they go for it. There's players that are still like buying, units and opening batches of SBCs, like 100, 50, a lot of them, and they're just having fun. They know the crystals not what they want. Maybe they're chasing a certain item like a key. I was actually hoping they when I was scrolling up that they would have added a key, because that would have been nice. But for the players that are still participating, this is kind of for them. And you might be on the boat that you might have stopped participating. You're like, my contribution of like X amount of units, 5,000, 10,000, 15 is done. I'm done. Well, this event, you might be done, you might be X'd out, but for those players that are still going, this is kind of for them, And so, like I said, it might be greedy. Yes, and I do believe there's a little bit of greed there, just to increase the milestones or have something for a player to reach to. And it's a smart move, because if Kabam doesn't put rewards for higher milestones, players kind of have no motivation to do it. Even though that might not be the ultimate motivation. I think Isofine was the big motivation, but after exceeding Isofine and seeing that players are exceeding it, and then the SBCs are not opening and they're being open, literally millions and millions of points are being added within 24 hours, within 10 hours. Kabam has that data, and so they're just like, hey, let's put some milestones. Now, Can these milestones be better? Yes. Oh, 100%. Especially for the players that are spending a lot of money, that are doing the openings, that are buying the deals still. I think 1,000 time shards should have been improved. I think after the exceeding the expectation of the like, I think they had 3 sets, if I remember correctly, of time shards. They should have gone to like 1.5 or 2,000 shards. You know, you're asking a lot also as a minimum to make sure you are able to receive these. You know, you're at 25,000 points. This rank up gem is a nice touch. I think items like these rank up gems, full Titan crystals, Titan nexuses, 7-star crystals would have been a better touch than just adding 1,000 Titan shards. And if anything, because we obviously can see that Kabam can do this, I encourage Kabam to please add more to these milestones, not just 1,000 shards, 1,000 Titan shards. Oh, can't speak this morning. But maybe add a 7-star crystal, add a 7-star nexus crystal, just like they did before. Add some 6 stones to it. Some of the resources that are kind of spread out through here, add some of these awakening gem shards. Add a key. Maybe, you know, a key is such a big value because it's a guaranteed 7-star. It's almost like getting a 7-star as well, but it's just one of the chosen crystals. Add some of those 6 stones for the specific champions. Now that we got the we have the awakening gem, so I would suggest and encourage Graham, especially to thank you for the stretch goals. Thank you for those extra points, because they didn't have to do it in one way or another. For those players that are still pushing, they didn't have to do it. They could have just been like, wow, you guys exceeded the goal. We weren't ready, blah, 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 blah. And they never had to give these extra little time shards. But I would say add a little bit more, because these are the players you're pleasing. Again, not everybody. You're pleasing the main ones that are spending and contributing. And I feel 1,000 time shards per, I think it's like 80 or so million points from the community that are still participating would have been a better touch. You know, keep the 1,000 shards. I get it. That's a great start, but add more to it. Like there's tons of items that you included in here that you can add. 7-star crystals, rank up gems. I would probably not. Yeah, maybe not rank up gems, but like 7-star crystals, 6 stones. Some of these catalysts you can add. Just don't leave it at a 1,000 Titan shards, because the 1,000 Titan shards, even though it's really hard to get a Titan crystal, it just takes 20,000. And it really, I know there's shards all over the game, but it just doesn't seem enough. That's kind of my I guess my discussion there. But greed or being generous to the community that are still spending, that is, let me know what you decide, what you think in the comments below. But super surprised the fact that Kabam decided to do this. One other thing too, in the forums, we can see it here, the discussion too about the Banquet so far not being what your thoughts and on the Banquet, but there's also a post already by about the Realm update changes, and there is a post, I think, oh, here it is. Let's zoom in. It's this one on, I believe many would appreciate Kabam added one more glorious guardian key, a 7-star basic class selector, limited crystal champion selector, trophy champion selector. There's some good suggestions here, but again, not going or asking, here we go, not going or asking too much, just adding a little extra to each of the milestones that they decided to go with, which is the 1,000 Titan shards. It would have been great. But I am super surprised that they did this. And again, for those that are saying that the Banquet event is trash, they're done with it. Trust me, it looks like there is 3-5 other people thinking otherwise and participating still when it comes to this event. Now, if we end up as a community hitting the final event milestone 47,000, I myself have enough points at 48,000 to be able to just collect and claim those milestones, which is going to be pretty cool. Let's actually claim this. I haven't claimed the Isophene, and I haven't claimed the Awakening Gem, and we will. I still can't decide on. I know if I claim it, it goes in my inventory, but I still can't decide. I want to claim it and use it on what I want to use it on. But also, this also lets me believe to my theory. We're not done with the Banquet event. We're not done with everything that's happening in game. So there's still time, there's still things that can change, there's still items that can pop up. And I'm pretty much chasing a key because I need one more key to see what my luck is, what the decision of that awakening gem is. And that's why I kind of appreciate it. I would hope that Kabam adds a key as a milestone somewhere in there as an addition. But yeah, guys, what are your thoughts on this one? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you there. Take care, man. I just want to make this quick, and here we are talking way too much again. But super surprised to see this. What do you think? Greed, or helping the community for those that are spending? Not maybe if you're done spending, it's not you, but it's helping those that are still adding points, that are like, I'm at 48,000 points, but they're like 50, 80, and they're still going, and they're probably by the end of the event, they might be over 100 or 200 when it comes to the points participation. Last thought. I had this, and I did these calculations very quickly. If you made it to the end here, I would say, and we'll have other videos like these, but I want to add it in this one, be a bit more prepared. If you're just very disappointed and you're like, hey, I participated in my units that I had, wasn't even enough. As you see this, try to remember and try to grind it out for the next few months, January, February, March, and try to just be prepared for the Banquet event of 2025. If you grab the points, 31,000 points, I went and did some calculations of 40,000 points, because you never know, it might be exceeded, and just kind of did some backward math and saying, okay, how many points do I need to get to 40,000 points? How many crystals and so on? Well, I came out with a number of 30,000 units. So for 2025, have at least 30,000 units. Doesn't mean you have to use them all into the Banquet event. Doesn't mean you have to use them all at all. But at least it gives you a point of view of okay, I'm prepared, and maybe your outlook on the event changes because you're like, hey, well, I grinded this whole year. It got me 30,000 units. And I don't have to spend a single dollar. Or if you do decide to spend $1 or $2, it's very minimal. And you're at hey, I just $50 and my 30,000 units got me all of this. I think overall, if you come in that way, your look and experience when it comes to the event, it's gonna be different. It's gonna change. It's gonna be a bit more positive. Not having too many high expectations to Kabam. Because you got everything, basically resources for free. I know we're still sitting on a chunk of units and we're still adding and adding. My goal is, I don't know if we're gonna hit it, but I think we're gonna try, is to do and get to 50,000 units before the end of the year. So we'll see if we can hit that number up on top. But guys, drop a like on the video. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.